everyone, sorry I've been kind of busy. I've been drawing quite a bit actually. I just haven't really posted anything or done any videos lately just because I haven't had time because we just moved and been getting everything together and settled, and I got a new computer so I had to set that up, and I was just stressing out over trying to get this video software to work because my old password wasn't working, so I'm just like, oh boy, this is gonna take a while, but I eventually figured it out, and I just wanted to, I guess, go through this drawing a little bit. I did a sketch at first, and I liked it. Like, I had a whole sketch page, and I just picked this one to actually, like, color and render, because I haven't really done that much, anime finished work lately. Like, I've been doing a lot more, like, more realistic stuff just to practice, and I think it's been really good for me because I've learned a lot of different techniques that I normally wouldn't have used, like especially in this, like you'll see later. I start using like a lot of different colors for like bounce shadows. The bounce shadows are just the shadows that happen underneath an object, but well, no, it's called bounce lighting, sorry. It's like the lighting that happens underneath a shadow, like what I'm doing right there. It's not really how it works, but I'm just using it in a different way on this drawing. But it happens underneath a object because light reflects off of the surface that the object is on, and it has a little bit more light than the darkest shadow. And I'm just going through and adding a little bit of shading. Like, I don't want to go overboard with it because I still want it to look fairly simple. And the design's pretty simple, so I don't want to overdo it on any of the details. The only thing that really has a lot of expansiveness to it is the hair, because I like coloring hair and you can do a lot with it, and it will still look fine compared to everything else, because hair on people in general tends to look pretty hairy, and there's a lot of hairs, so you can detail each of them and it's okay. But other things, like, you don't exactly want to overly detail like a nostril because it'll just be like upsetting, and you don't want to do that usually. I mean, I guess if you're really into nostrils, go for it. And here I'm just going through the eyes. I don't want them to be very complicated. I'll go back in later and like make the eyelashes a little bit darker, but I really just want to keep everything very like pretty and cute. And I think I succeeded in that. Like, the character design overall, like, it's already like just kawaii desu, and and I'm just going through and adding weird colors to make it pop a little bit more, because having such a simple shading style, you can't really like add too much depth. Though that's what I'm doing with those colors, like around the nose, and I like it a lot actually. I would try to do other characters, and I'm actually curious, like, if people would want me to do commissions in this style. Like, I think it'd be pretty simple and I could get a lot done. So if you're interested, hit me up. Like, send me a note either on deviantart or something, and I usually answer on there, even though it makes me nervous. Everything makes me nervous, honestly. Here, just adding a little bit of highlight to the cheeks, just so you know, it pops a little bit more. And I already basically had the colors theme set out. My whole thing was like greens and oranges, because I don't actually usually work with green, even though green's one of my favorite colors. It's just kind of hard to work into art because it's so like naturey. So I was just trying to figure out how to use it, and I think it worked well with her brown skin and green hair. I've also been wanting to draw more like ethnically diverse characters, because I tend to draw like kind of weird, almost Asian, but white children all the time. So I'm just like, I should start drawing some brown children because, I don't know, represent. Um, I also just think it gives it different looks. Like, even the lips, like, they're different from what I usually do, and I think it's cool, and it's still simple, but it still reads well. And but yeah, and the little character in the bowl there, that was just to add a little bit more like interaction to the character, because I've noticed that a lot of my art, like, it's just a character kind of standing there, and I'm just like, this is kind of boring. So I just wanted to have a little cute guy. I don't know, I guess she's imagining him or something, but he's saying, hey, how's it going, pretty lady? um and here, just going through adding some tights, because she looked pretty like nude, and I didn't want that because she looks like a child, and you don't want child nudity, man. That's not cool. Uh, but yeah, I wanted to add as many colors as possible because that's what I always do. And but I didn't want to go overboard. That's the big thing. Like if you're gonna do a lot of colors, you have to pick a couple. Usually, maybe one or two that you just go throughout. And in this one, it's like orange, yellow, and green. And they're accent colors. The accent colors are like black and pink. So those are my main things. I don't really use any other colors except for the highlighting because it makes it look more interesting. But if I were to like just add tons of weird, strange colors, it would just make it look overboard and not good. Wisdom of the day, not good. Um, but yeah, I kind of do it all throughout on this kid and on her clothes, especially like how the shirt came out, like all the folds and stuff. I have a lot of trouble with clothes, and I've only been recently like actually trying to do them. And hands too. Hands are hard. I hate hands, but I'm getting better with them, I think. Here for the word, I just used the fringe tool above the layers, and it's set to like 8 or 9. I can't really see it, but I did that. That's that's as far as you're gonna get because that's literally all I did. Then I added a clipping group, added a bit of color, and then I make another version of that layer and put it behind it to add a shadow, which you'll see in a minute. Yeah, there you go. There it is. Haha. Then I changed the color just to make it pop a little bit more. And that, again, the hey sign is just to kind of add more interest to the picture. And I felt like he was too small, so you gotta balance it out, man. But yeah, it's almost over. Um, I'm just trying to add more like interesting things because again, I have a problem with not being able to fill up the page, and I still think this one has issues. But if I were to do it again, I would probably try to make him more of a focus of the image. Well, like him more of a part of it because he was added in later. And then I had a little thing that she's standing on because I'm just like, she needs some sustenance in her life. Let's add a little, I don't know, is that brick, concrete? Who cares? I don't know. I thought it was interesting, and I don't normally do this kind of stuff. And I didn't really detail it all that much, but it looks fine. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon, hopefully. And bye bye.